Welcome back, everybody.
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. Before we progress further, tell me, why do you wish to be a Mentat? I know this desire to be of use, purpose, guardrails against all the screaming possibilities firing in our synapses, over and over. Thoughts radiating in every direction, threatening to pull our molecules apart, to have our potential focused like a laser, the only true peace. I have recorded the blood data from the Atreides deserters as well as my conclusions on this mnemic film. See that Thufir Hawat receives this. He will see its value. He will see my value. He must.
Time to discuss Zayn's plans with Piter De Vries in Harko Village.
You remain of little interest. For the moment. Perfection. His obsession grows, as I knew it would. I could explain by way of giving a detailed history of one Zayn DeWitt. Zayn entered this world the bastard of a minor Chussock lord and the personal maid of the lady of the house. He was sent away to avoid scandal. Midway through his Mentat training, Zayn was expelled from the school for psychological issues. Stemming from his separation from his mother. This sets a pattern that echoes throughout his life. Cut off by his father, Zayn lived in the slums of Kaitain. Using his Mentat skills, he organized small groups of criminals into a ruthless cartel. Eventually, captured and imprisoned, Zayn awaited execution, until he was purchased by the Bene Tleilax and brought to Tleilax for twisting. The Tleilaxu sold Zayn to House Raban. He proved useful, for a time, as the advisor of Count Abulurd. Fearing for his somewhat slow son, Abulurd gifted Zayn to Glossu. He served us here on Arrakis until he and I had something of a falling out. He protested endlessly when ordered to edit spice records to facilitate the stockpile the Baron created on Gidi Prime. Similarly, he bleated like a lamb when I ordered the destruction of Tsimpo, the loss of spice revenue, and life. I had him arrested and cast out. But the Tatterdemalion is a survivor. He appeared on the streets and organized small bands of criminal thugs into something greater. Suffice it to say, rejection stains every page of dear Zayn's history. The Tleilaxu created twisted mentats by amplifying negative traits. In Zayn's case, they amplified his issues with rejection and abandonment. The rejection of a patron torments him. He must have another patron. You're learning all of the right lessons. Nurture Zayn's obsession with Hawat, while simultaneously bombarding him with rejection. The resulting toxic stew will be gloriously destructive. A desperate Zayn trying to impress Hawat will prove more dangerous than 100 sleeper agents. If you grow a conscience now, I'll have it amputated. You know what must be done. Now, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Wait your turn, buddy. Heading back to Zayn to tell him the good news.
I calculated you returning a half hour ago. Did you show my data to Thufir Hawat yet? That does not calculate. I did everything right. My data was impeccable, useful, vital. He's letting emotion taint his logic. Everyone lets emotion corrupt their logic. I do not understand their slavish surrender to the illogical. It defies all reason. Yes, of course. I am not pinioned by emotion. I must consider a more extreme stratagem. In the meantime, I owe you training. Above all, the Mentat must be a generalist, not a specialist. Specialists are paralyzed by nitpicking and quibbles over commas. The Mentat generalist brings to decision-making a healthy common sense. They must embrace the broad sweep of what is happening in his universe. Say, there's no mystery about this at the moment. This is what we want now. But it may prove wrong later. But we'll correct that when we come to it. Then let us begin. You continue to be an anomaly of rapid learning.
Thanks for watching.